Yes, you guys, welcome back. I'm Nini FC. This is Blue Lines TV, and today I'm here to bring you guys another news daily video. This time I'm going to speak about 3 stories for today. They are going to be on Armando Broja and his debut for VITESSE. I'll be speaking about the latest news surrounding Thiago Silva and Jan Oblak as well. So we definitely have a ton of things to break down, discuss, and speak about for today, you guys. However, before I get into anything, 2 quick plugs. If you like today's video, then smash that like button. I want to get over 4,000 likes for today's video. And for the second plug, if you are already planning to make a purchase for the new home season kit, away kit, or training gear for this season 2, then I'm your guy. In the description below, you'll find the affiliate links, and if you click on them, you get access to my 10% off discount code NINI10. I'm here to hook you guys up, and without wasting any more time, we start with the first story today, and I think it's best that we start with Armando Broja and his 2-goal debut for VITESSE on him. Broja had a great debut today for VITESSE. He scored 2 goals, and I have to say, both goals showed off his technical prowess. They showed off his composure in front of goal as well. In particular, for the first goal he scored, the source, the confidence, especially in a very tense moment of the game as well. Hats off to the player. I think I love when I see young players showing and expressing themselves in the game. I think that's very important to do. The more comfortable you feel means the more confident you play. So let's hope that Broja does continue this form. Personally, I feel like he's going to have a great season this year for VITESSE. I honestly believe that. When you analyze his entire game, he's tall. Physically, he's built as well. Very good finishing, good pacing behind. He can hold the ball up too. He can link the play. It's going to be interesting to see how he develops. I think playing in the Eredivisie right now is the perfect learning experience for the player. Let's hope he has a very prolific season at VITESSE. And now, you guys, to move on to the second story, I want to speak about the latest news surrounding Thiago Silva and his potential move to our club for this summer. Now, the update surrounding this news today is that Thiago Silva will announce his future at the end of the UCL final tonight. Obviously, it makes a ton of sense. I mean, this is a massive game for Paris Saint-Germain, the players, the fans, the owners, and it's only natural that all the players are going to be fully focused on this big day against Bayern Munich. And that's not only that, you guys. Courtesy of Fabrizio Romano, it does seem like Thiago Silva is destined to sign a 2-year contract and become our defender for next season. Big news, you guys, big implications, and without wasting any more time, let me get back into breaking down the news story from today. We got more details confirming the fact that we've actually spoken to Thiago Silva over the past 3 weeks. I think that perfectly sums up how secretive we conduct our business. I think that's the best way to move every single time. That way, your rivals don't know what you're doing, and the benefits you get to this is that you can pull off some amazing surprises that people don't expect. But I guess the question is now, is Thiago Silva that perfect surprise? Well, personally, you guys, I feel like he could be a very smart signing to make, and here are my reasons why. Right now, it's not like there's many great centre-back options available in the market, and for the ones that are, they cost a ton of money. They actually become a lot more affordable if you go for them the following window. I'm looking at players in particular like your Upamecano's from RB Leipzig. Once their contracts go down by a further year, then they become even more attractive propositions. I think this re-emphasizes the club's commitment to only signing players that will upgrade the team and benefit the team as well. Gone are the days that we spend big money for mid-tier options that you then struggle to sell off in the future. That's never been the most successful way to grow as a club, and it's good to see that right now the club aren't panicking, they're sticking to their guns, and they're looking for very intelligent solutions in the market. I think there's actually a benefit to signing Thiago Silva, as he himself knows already. The reports state that he knows that yes, he is going to be a stopgap replacement, and I think personally for his age, knowing the fact that he's most likely to end his career pretty soon, I feel like this is great experience for the player to, test himself. I feel like this is great experience for Thiago to test his abilities out in the Premier League. Anyway, getting back to my main point, right now we have some excellent youthful defenders at this club. If you look at your first team players like your Christensens, your Zumas and your Tomoris, they can only grow more, they can only improve, and we have to remember when it comes to centre-back positions, that's a position where players normally reach their prime when they're like 27, 28, so these players in particular have plenty of time on their hands. Let's say that Thiago Silva benefits them an extra year of further development, maybe in the long term, that could be quite successful. Of course, that would depend entirely on just how well your Tomori, Zumas and Christensen's progress for another season. If they progress well, this could be other solutions the club finds to spend even less money. If that was the case, you guys, I think that would be a best case solution. Of course, we can't also forget the other great young defenders in the development team right now. We've recently signed Mbiamba. We have a talented left-footed centre-back called Levi Colwyn as well. We have Simu. We have Guy. We have some great young talents here, and maybe these players in particular could really benefit from having an extra year to really impress Lampard and tell them and stake their claims that yes, they are good enough to play first team football at this club. But anyway, you guys, to end this point, I also think that there's other implications behind this signing. I think the fact that you're signing Thiago clearly implies that you're looking to save money in the market and maybe reallocate those saved funds for certain positions and certain targets. I guess then the only question is, are we going to spend big in midfield next? Possibly a move for Declan Rice? Or could we spend big on a goalkeeper for next season? And I think this moves us on very nicely to the third and final story today, and that's the latest news update surrounding Jan Oblak. Now, this story was written by AS, and they claim that right now our club is extremely attentive of the Jan Oblak situation. Now, we already know that Oblak is considering his future at Atletico Madrid. The AS report does state that Oblak actually is feeling a bit frustrated. He's not happy by the lack of Silva at Atleti. He's feeling a bit doubtful of Atleti's project to improve and grow as a club as well. If Oblak left Atleti, he would be an incredibly massive loss for them. You know, he is a big presence in the team. He's important for the players, fans, and the staff as well. And if he was to leave, it was confirmed too that any club that wants to sign him has to pay his buyout fee. His buyout fee is set at 120 million euros. I think that's around 100 million pounds. And even though in today's market, we've seen keepers go for 70 million, that is still a crazy amount of money. I guess if you're targeting a player that is top 5 in the world, you know you have to spend big money and big bags to secure that signing. Now, even though his price is astronomical, does this mean that this is an impossible move to make? I think impossible is a strong word. I think it's improbable. But in a market like this, anything can happen. As I said in the second story, if signing Thiago Silva implies that we are going to reallocate more funds for certain positions, could it make more sense to target a goalkeeper over a defender? I guess if you were to spend big money out of your midfield option, centre-back option and goalkeeping option, you would spend big money on a centre-back. With Thiago Silva's possible signing, this position is filled up. We don't need to sign anyone there, but we would still have extra money to spend on a midfield player or a goalkeeper. I guess in midfield, Rice obviously is the main target, but are West Ham going to play ball? Are we going to have enough funds to secure him? West Ham are publicly stating that only big money will persuade them to sell, but anything can happen in this window. What if West Ham decide that, you know what, we like the look of certain players you have. We like the look of maybe your Michy Batshuayi. We like the look of maybe your Ross Barkleys. We do have some interesting options that I personally feel a club like West Ham could benefit from. I guess that's our only saving grace behind possibly signing Rice this summer. So in that sense, is it wise to spend big money on a Jan Oblak? Personally, if you're asking my opinion, again, it's my subjective opinion, I'm crazy, you guys. I would spend that money. Honestly, I would spend that money. I feel like this season, our defenders have been maybe the least of our worries when it comes to conceding goals. I think the main issue has been our midfield, you know, Cover and Jorginho constantly leaving spaces behind. And I think our second reason is Kepa and his poor goalkeeping technique as well. If you kept our same defense and gave them a better goalkeeper behind, I guarantee you we would have prevented so many goals last season. And if we are really becoming a 4-3-3 team, if Kante can remain fully fit throughout the season, maybe if you also kept Nampadu as a backup option, at least until January, then I feel that this signing could be justified, because we cannot forget that Oblak is one of the top 5 or top 3 goalkeepers in the world. The guy is physically a beast. I think he's like 6'3", incredible aerially, his handling too inside the box, his reflex saves too. I think his passing is not the greatest, but I think Oblak is one of those all-round goalkeepers. I think that we could benefit from other important parts in his game that we're lacking, in fact. And on top of that as well, Oblak is a leader. I think sometimes our defense doesn't speak as much. I think that's an issue Lampard's really had with them throughout the season. So having an Oblak behind them, constantly directing them, speaking to them, that could encourage more speaking, because of course, if you're the defense, you're most definitely respecting what he has to say. So I see the benefits. I know it's absolutely crazy, but anything can happen in this window. I'm keeping my fingers crossed. I would love to see Oblak here, and if he was signed. But anyway, you guys, that is going to be me for today. Please like, comment, and subscribe. I'm Nini FC. This is Blue Lions TV. I'll catch you guys later with some more videos.